apparently this guy was a millionaire for years but had no idea. Welcome back to another true story animation reaction video. Last time we reacted to this person who was a millionaire but pretended to be homeless. So today we're watching someone who was a millionaire for years but had no idea. And this one's by Storytime Animated. I'm gonna leave their links down below. I'm leaving a like on this. We're jumping right into this, guys. So if you guys want to see more true story animation reaction videos, you guys know what to do. Leave a like, leave a comment, and join the Rage Nation by subscribing.
I've been working in the garage for 2 years. It didn't pay much, just the food money, but that job was all I had.
He's working hard though, you know.
Struggles, so
that's all about to pay off.
I was just 18 at that time.
Was he crying?
2 years before.
Yeah, this guy was crying, either crying or sweating. But it does look like he was crying because he wasn't making that much money.
Was all I had, and I had got it after a lot of struggles, so I put up with it. I was just 18 at that time, and 2 years before that, I had run from my last foster home because the people who took me in were the worst.
Oh yeah, he's definitely crying.
They didn't take care of me or any other children in the house and made us all do the heavy chores of the house.
So he didn't have any parents.
It was clear that they only did the fostering job for the money.
Oh,
so I had no choice
I think I
but to
know what
run
it
away.
is.
And
like
ever
his
since,
birth parents
I've been working hard to make it every other day with that job, and I was grateful. However, my life was not always like that. Not when my parents were still alive. But before we move on, like this video, hit that subscribe button and activate the notification bell.
You heard the man.
You will get $1,000 in the next 9 hours.
What?
Trust me, it works.
Does
I was
that
such a
really
happy
work?
child, especially because my parents took such good care of me.
I want a free $1,000.
We lived in a small house, but they still gave me everything I needed and asked for. My dad would always ask me to help him around with cars he brought home to fix, which was more looking at what he does than helping. No wonder he became a mechanic. We got to spend time together that way.
Oh,
but everything
sweet.
changed one day when I was 9. I was in my school waiting for my parents to pick me up, but they never came. Instead, some police officers came and took me in their car and explained to me how their car was in an accident and they were never coming back. I cried so much that day. Ever since then.
Imagine being 9 years old and like the next thing you know, this police officer is telling you that both your parents passed away because of a car accident.
And I had been in the foster care system, going from home to home since I had no relatives or family
so
after my parents. So
like
the rough times of my life
especially
began. And so did my sad life story, and it didn't get any better afterward. It was definitely good to not have to put up with the mean foster parents.
Oh, this is gonna make me cry, guys.
After I ran away. I went from place to place looking for a job to earn money, but no one was open to giving me one. You're too young.
Hold on. What's that noise that the dude made?
Life was still tough for me after I ran away. I went from place to place looking for a job to earn money, but no one was open to giving me one. You're too young, they would say, or you don't have the skills, which I didn't because I never focused to be good at anything.
How's he gonna get experience if you don't let him work?
But my dad had left me with some skills when we spent time together fixing cars, and that was how I got the job at the garage. They didn't pay much because they couldn't afford a new worker themselves.
He has the skills because of his dad.
So they gave me the job.
His late dad.
Otherwise, I would have still been sleeping on the park bench like I did for so many nights. Later, after getting the job, I got a very small apartment on a rent-sharing basis with a guy, John. And let me tell you, he was the worst roommate ever. He made me do all the washing and cleaning around the house after my long day at work. And I did it thinking maybe if I did all his work, he wouldn't mind if I'm a little late on my share of rent. But instead, he kicked me out. If you can't pay, there's plenty of room on the streets, he said before throwing out my stuff, which was not a lot. After that, I went to the only place that took me in, the garage. The daughter of the garage owner, Sheila, who was just my age, had been friends with me since I had joined. She convinced her father to let me stay in the small room in the storage area of the garage.
Aw, so nice.
Sometimes she would give me some extra money from her savings so that I could have a decent lunch.
Man, there's people out there that are so...
I would give you more if I had it, Aaron, she would say. And I knew that she was the kindest person ever. So, like that, I started living in the garage. And it was fun working there as most of the guys that worked with me were just around
That's honestly so sweet,
However,
guys.
I'm
glad there's good people like that out there.
Doing, because they had their parents to support them, even if the job paid less. So I always had to reject them when they would ask me to come to a party with them, as I couldn't afford to waste a second of my time. But one day, I decided to take a break and go to the party with them for a change. So I went to the party with the boys, and it was a new experience for me, which was fun. I even met a girl,
He's trying new
Gina, who seemed
things.
very interested in
Man,
me. So we
you're not
exchanged
into
numbers
that other
and got
girl?
on talking.
The garage
After
owner's
hearing my
daughter?
entire story, she just said, "Wait, you live in a garage?"
Oh.
I work there during the day and sleep there, so yeah,
She said,
I replied.
ew.
So you're poor? She asked again.
Wow.
Yeah, I replied, and without saying anything, she
Dude,
just
that is
left
messed
and
up.
went on to talk
I
to
swear,
other guys.
man, like, gold
But
digger.
just before I left the party, she came to me and
Has
said,
to be.
"Please don't text or call the number I gave you. It'd be much
Dude.
better if you delete it." And left. After
That is so rude. What? Yo, what kind of person?
that, I never went to such parties. They really were a waste of time. So days passed like that, and there were
Just
tough
like
times.
that, man.
And Sheila was my
Party
one
experience.
true friend who was with me all through those times.
He's probably gonna end up
Suddenly,
marrying her
after
at this
2.5
point.
years of running away from my last foster home, something happened. My mean foster parents showed up at the garage out of nowhere. They told me that they were looking for me, and they were so glad that they had finally found me.
Wait, why?
"We have been looking for you ever since you left," the mean foster mom
Nah,
said.
I think they're
and
lying.
they both were acting weird, as if they actually loved and cared about me.
They
But I
probably
immediately knew
found
that
out
they were just putting up a show. However,
they probably
I couldn't figure
knew
out the reason why they were
that
doing
he
all
had a
that.
ton of money
They
or
even
something.
asked and begged me to go with them, but I shut them up and sent them away, saying
Yeah,
I would
get
never
out.
go with them. Later that day, I suddenly got a call from an unknown number. So I picked it up and asked who it was. And guess who it was? It was Gina, that girl from the party.
What?
I deleted her number that day, so I didn't have her in my contacts. I had not expected that she would call me out of nowhere.
Wait,
but
why?
that was not even the surprising part. It was later when she asked to meet me for a date, but I rejected the offer like she had rejected me before.
Exactly.
What an unusual
Give her a
and
taste of her
amusing
own
day,
medicine.
I thought, and got back to
Yo,
work.
everyone
But
probably
little did I
found out
know,
he was a
it
millionaire or
was just
something.
getting started. Again, after some time, my previous roommate John
How does he
visited
not
me,
know, though?
and he apologized
Oh,
for
the
how
guy
he
that
treated
kicked
me a
him
few
out.
years back, and even offered me a place to stay.
How
But
does he
I
have
was
a
done with
million?
him too, so I sent him away as well.
I'm really confused.
After that,
guys.
I couldn't focus on my work as I was left wondering why all of a sudden all
I
the
would
people
be
who had ever
too.
done me
I'd
wrong
be
in the
so
past
confused.
were acting all nice and trying to win me over. It didn't make sense to me at all. In fact, it was weird. But right then, Sheila came to the rescue. She called me and asked me to meet her at her house right away, as she had something urgent to show me.
No
so
way.
I left all my work
My
and
man's
rushed there.
rich. He
When
doesn't
I
have to
reached her
work at the
house,
garage
she showed
a
me
day
something
in his
that
life ever again.
confused and shocked me.
It's on the TV,
She
isn't
turned the
it?
TV on, and there was a picture of me from a few years back. And a man was explaining how if anyone was to find me, they were getting a huge sum of money as a reward. "Now I get it," I said. "What?" Sheila asked. Today was so weird. All the people that had done me wrong in the past called me or came to meet me. It was all for the
Man,
money.
you better
I
thank
told her.
Sheila now.
"We should call him and ask him what this is all about," Sheila suggested. So we called him. On the phone, the man was so happy to hear from me and asked me to
Hey,
meet
dude.
him instantly. So Sheila
I
and
got
I took a road
millions
trip
for
to
you,
the town
man.
where I was born to meet the man. Throughout the drive, I was confused and clueless about why the man wanted to see me. But we finally reached him, and the man turned out to be my family lawyer. Aaron, I'm so sorry for the loss of your parents.
that
I'm
honestly
here to give you
sucks.
access to their will, now that you're 18, he said as he sat us down.
He's about to get their
Will?
fortune.
I asked as I was confused.
Wait.
I had never thought about it.
How are his
Your
parents so rich?
wanted to raise you to be humble and kind and understand
so
the
they
hardships
hid
of less
that
fortunate
they were,
families.
like,
So while
actually
they
rich.
raised you, they didn't show off as rich, he said. He told me that they were going to let me know about our wealth when I turn 18, but then the accident took them away.
Aw,
After that, he was bound by their wishes to let me know about the money only after I turned 18. They were good people, and they wanted to make you just like them, he continued. He also told me that he was keeping track of the foster homes I was in, but later he started getting busy and assumed I must have been in a good home, so he stopped checking. It was only later that he went to see me in my last foster home 6 months back. He found out that I had run away. So he tried to find me, but couldn't.
this
so he
lawyer,
went to the TV
you
to
know,
find
his
me
parents
as a
found a good
last
lawyer,
resort.
man.
But then Sheila asked the lawyer, "So how much money does he have exactly?"
She's
The
like,
lawyer
I want a
smiled
piece
and
of
said,
that.
"Millions." I couldn't believe what I just heard, so I asked
Baby.
again. "Millions?"
You're lying.
"That's right, son. You're a millionaire," he said, and congratulated me.
What?
Sheila was also very happy for me. But I got so emotional that I
This is
wanted to cry.
crazy.
Just a
cry,
moment
man. You've
before
cried
that,
all your
I couldn't
life.
even afford a room to live in. And suddenly, I had the money to buy 10 houses if I wanted.
Hey,
I
don't
felt
do
so
that
grateful
now.
towards
Don't
my
do that now.
parents and
Be
my true
humble.
friends that I couldn't hold
Be
back
humble
my
like your
emotions.
parents.
So I hugged Sheila
Oh.
and cried. The news traveled fast, and all of a sudden,
Guy
I
was a
on the
millionaire
news
for
in
years, but
papers
had
with a
no
title
idea.
Like, Guy was a millionaire for
Yo,
years,
if this
but
is
had
actually
no
a true
idea.
story,
I was approached
man,
by many
what a
shows
lucky
and channels
guy.
to give them
Well, I
an
mean,
interview about
his
my
parents,
story.
you know,
but
passed away.
I didn't
but
like that kind of publicity, so I rejected their offers.
yeah, no need for
Gold
an
diggers
interview,
like
man.
Gina were always on my tail and kept on
Heck
calling
nah,
and
Gina.
texting me, so
Get
I
outta
changed
here.
my number. With millions in
Don't
hand,
ever
I
text
wanted
or
to make
call
a
me on
difference.
that number
So
again.
first, I invested in the garage that gave me a job and a place to stay when I had nothing.
Invest,
After
invest,
that, I started a
baby.
business of my own and started training
Start
and
your own
hiring
business.
people in need, just like I had needed 2 years back. I knew what it was like to struggle, so I wanted to
His
help
parents
them out.
really taught him
After
well.
that, I did something I didn't
He had
have
some
the courage
amazing
to
parents.
do. I asked Sheila out. She was so happy when I brought that
I
up.
told you.
I waited for 2 years. I had thought you would never ask.
I
she
told
said
you.
and hugged me.
He's
I
gonna
took
end
her
up
to a
marrying
fancy
her.
restaurant and we had the best dinner. I felt like I could finally give her everything she deserved. Then, a couple of months later, we moved in together. I was so happy helping out the people in need. And she
Happily
was still
ever
beside
after,
me, helping
guys.
me in any way she could, just like she did when I had nothing. Thanks for watching. Have you ever learned a secret about yourself that you didn't know before? Let us know in the comments.
I mean, no. Actually, I wish there was a secret that I didn't know about myself. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching another True Story animation reaction video from me, Rage. Join the Rage Nation today if you guys haven't already. But other than that, thanks so much for watching today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.